How's it going, guys? This is Jay's Fables Horn out at you, and today I wanted to make another video. This is probably gonna be a new thing. I don't really want to call it a series, but it's something that I'm wanting to start on my channel on a somewhat, as much as possible, regular basis, as a means of maintaining my progress in Indonesian. So, pretty much what I'm wanting to do, and before I get into it, sorry for not uploading as much. It's just been hard to find times where I can record and all that because of busyness and things like that. But anyways, I'm wanting to make a video, pretty much just, or a series, quote unquote, about just about different things. Basically what I'm wanting it to be is just, where I'm just kind of doing video journals or whatever you want to call it, where I'm just talking about whatever's on my mind, just random things in order to be able to maintain my progress in Indonesian. It's not that I'm quitting Indonesian, and sorry if the audio quality is kind of bad. I'm having to charge my phone right now, but anyways, pretty much the reason I'm starting this is because if you're new to the channel, I'm studying 2-3 languages at once. 2 of these are Indonesian, Malay, and even though they're 2 different languages, it's not as hard for me to study those at the same time because of the amount of similarities. But Spanish and Indonesian, I'm a beginner in Spanish, and pretty much, I've kind of been focusing more on Spanish, because I'm wanting to increase my level and amount of vocabulary in it so I can speak it at a better level and hopefully, get it higher. And I'm still wanting to do the same with Indonesian. I'm mostly trying to learn just words in Indonesian right now, just in order to be able to increase my vocabulary. But pretty much what I've been finding is, in my efforts to improve my Spanish and just, to try and get it to a higher level, it's getting harder for me to go from speaking or writing in Spanish and to switch back into Indonesian / Malay. And if you've been in the same boat as me and you've tried to study 2 languages at once or more, then maybe you've had the same issue. And I can imagine it'd only be worse if you're studying 2 really similar languages like Spanish and Portuguese, where it's a lot easier to mix up words. But even in 2 very different sets of vocabulary, such as Indonesian and Spanish, there's a temptation. Like yesterday, I think it was, I was trying to do my writing practice, because I had some free time, and I started out in Spanish because I was wanting to try and, really take these words of Spanish I've been learning and really incorporate that into, my progress. Sorry if this is kind of all-centered as well. But anyways, basically what I'm wanting to do is just, videos every once in a while where I just try to speak only in Indonesian, and just talk about, probably mostly be about language learning, just because it's a familiar topic and one of the ones I can talk about the easiest. And my hope is that, not only is this just giving maybe some content for my Indonesian and Malay viewers to watch in their own language, but it's also hopefully going to help me just to be able to not mix up these languages as much, and, on the topic of mixing up languages, I've even had that happen with Spanish and Indonesian, where I'd recall a word and it'd be the Spanish word for something in English, and I'd be trying to speak in Indonesian, and so hopefully this will kind of help in preventing that, and hopefully I won't be making this mistake too often. So pretty much, I'm just gonna start. Sorry, I kind of took a little bit to get into it, but I'm just gonna talk about just all this. It's kind of random, so there might be some pauses where I try and think of what to say, but anyways, I'll start. Jadi akhir-akhir ini aku sudah mencoba belajar bahasa Spanyol sedikit dan lebih banyak. Tapi karena aku sedang belajar bahasa Spanyol, aku punya masalah dengan menulis dan membaca bahasa Indonesia dan berbicara dalam bahasa Indonesia. Dan ada banyak kata yang saya biasanya bingung karena saat saya sudah mencoba menulis dengan bahasa Spanyol bahasa Indonesia, saat aku mencoba menulis dengan bahasa Indonesia, aku punya masalah karena aku mengingat kata dari bahasa Spanyol dan kadang-kadang aku mau menulis dengan bahasa Spanyol dan aku mengingat kata dari bahasa Indonesia, dan aku punya masalah dengan bahasa Indonesia juga karena aku sedang belajar bahasa Spanyol dan itu susah untuk berubah dari bahasa ke bahasa, dan aku tidak berbicara dengan bahasa Indonesia lebih banyak sekarang juga karena aku punya sekolah atau kuliah dan aku punya banyak kelas seperti kelas Spanyol bahasa Spanyol, kelas ilmu kelas ilmu dan lebih banyak, dan aku harus belajar lebih banyak dan sering, dan aku tidak bisa belajar bahasa Indonesia sering juga, dan aku tidak bisa berbicara dengan teman dari Indonesia dan Malaysia sering. Aku menulis lebih banyak dengan bahasa Spanyol karena aku punya kelas bahasa Spanyol dan aku punya banyak pekerjaan rumah bahasa Spanyol dan aku harus melakukan itu hampir setiap hari-hari dan setiap minggu, dan tapi akhir-akhir ini aku sudah menemukan caranya untuk belajar bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa lain. Itu memanggil comprehensive learning or comprehensive input, dan aku pikir itu bagus karena aku belajar lebih banyak kata kosakata bahasa Indonesia dan kosakata bahasa Spanyol dan kosakata bahasa Melayu, dan aku pikir itu lebih baik untuk belajar bahasa karena aku sudah membaca banyak kata baru dan pengertian aku lebih baik juga karena aku sudah mendengarkan podcast dari Indonesia dan itu membantu aku lebih banyak juga. Aku pikir aku perlu berbicara lebih banyak dengan teman saat aku bisa dan menulis lebih banyak lebih sering. Untungnya aku sudah belajar lebih banyak kata yang aku perlu tahu, dan aku perlu menulis dengan bahasa Indonesia lebih banyak dengan teman dan saat berbicara dengan mereka, dan tentu aku mau aku ingin belajar bahasa Spanyol juga, tapi aku tidak ingin mengilang bahasa Indonesia juga. Dan aku ingin belajar banyak tentang bahasa Indonesia dan budaya Indonesia, dan berbicara dengan bahasa Indonesia dengan teman aku. Aku sudah bertemu orang Malaysia di sini yang berbicara bahasa Indonesia, dan terkadang aku berbicara dengan bahasa Malay dengan dia, dan tapi tidak sering, dan aku hanya bisa mengenakan aplikasi untuk berbicara dengan orang dari Malaysia dan Indonesia di akhir pekan, dan jadi aku tidak bisa berbicara lebih sering dengan teman-teman aku. Jadi mungkin itu kenapa aku tidak bisa memperbaiki bahasa Indonesia aku. Tapi semoga aku bisa memperbaiki bahasa Indonesia aku lebih banyak dengan mengenakan aplikasi link. Itu aplikasi yang baru untuk aku. Dan itu bagus untuk belajar kosakata, tapi tidak bisa berbicara di sana, dan tidak bisa praktek sorry, almost using Spanish. Tidak bisa berbicara di sana tanpa membayar, dan itu sangat susah fokus kepada bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Spanyol. Tapi bahasa Spanyol aku lebih baik daripada sebelumnya, dan aku bisa mengerti lebih banyak juga, dan menulis lebih banyak. Tapi aku tidak senang dengan bahasa Indonesia aku sekarang, dan aku harus menemukan caranya praktek lebih banyak lebih sering. Mungkin aku bisa. But anyway, that's kind of all I'm going to talk about. I'm going to make this too long, but just what I was talking about. Like I kind of noticed that I'm using the same words a lot. I say lebih, banyak a lot, and it's something I don't really like to do in a language because it makes me feel like I'm just repeating things and not. But I will say this video vlog, whatever you want to call it, or journal, was pretty good because it does show, where I'm struggling. It's hard for me to speak about the subject, not sound repetitive to myself. Hopefully it's not as repetitive to you maybe, but I'm kind of at this point of Indonesian where I feel like, I'm learning a little bit, but, one of the only reasons, not that I don't want to learn Spanish, because I really enjoy Spanish, and I've been really interested in it because it's a fun language to learn, and, very useful, and you can meet people in many places with it. But, if I could, I probably, which I'm about to contradict myself as I say this, but, in the spot where I am right now, I probably would, if I could, I would just focus on learning Indonesian right now if I could until I got it to a little level I was satisfied with, because, you know, I kind of find, like I was just saying, I find myself just repeating myself, and, you know, I can kind of get my points across, but not as fluently or as in much detail as I wish I could. But, you know, pretty much just, I'm trying to think, you know, I wish I could just, I can't even think of the words in English, but, you know, as you've probably seen if you watch it all the way through, there was a point where I almost slipped into using the word pronunciación from Spanish. That's one of the things, which part of it is I just don't know what the word for that is in Indonesian, so maybe if I'd known what the word was, I wouldn't have been as tempted to slip into Spanish, but, you know, it is just one of those things, you know, where, I think it would be, it shows my need, because, you know, obviously I think my Indonesian's still a lot better than my Spanish, and Spanish is catching up with my Indonesian a little bit, because it's just so much easier for me to learn vocabulary in Spanish with amounts of similarities and things like that. But, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's good reflection for me, but, you know, it's good for me to try and figure out or diagnose or analyze what I need to improve on. Part of it's kind of something I already know I need improvement on, which is just knowing more vocabulary, but I don't think it's just that. I think I just need to be writing more, you know. I think if I can write it more, it'll help me, just because I don't think it's just that I don't know the vocabulary, but I can't recall it quick enough, you know. Whenever I speak in Indonesian, or any language for that matter, I don't like to really pause, you know, which of course I can just edit it out to keep the video fluid, but, you know, obviously I can't do that in a real conversation, so it shows me where I need to improve, just whether it's just speaking and writing more. One thing I tried to talk about was just, you know, the inability for me to be able to practice much, because with college going right now, like, I'm having to try and get to bed earlier because I have early classes, so really the only time I ever get to practice Indonesian with other speakers is on weekends, and which part of that's my fault, because I'm one of those people who's really shy on the internet, and unless it's someone I know, I just don't really like to do voice calls. But, you know, it's just, how do I say it, like, it's just hard for me to, I can't think, it's hard for me, you know, to kind of warm up to people, especially if I don't know them, just because of past experiences online. You know, if you have any experience with that, you probably know what I'm talking about, but, you know, it's just one of those things. But anyways, I'm about to record another video, and this one's going to be all in English, you know, just talking more about, you know, how I'm changing my methods. I kind of tried to talk about that in this video. Obviously, it's not in as much detail, but, you know, I tried. But I'll catch you in the next video, or if I upload the other one first, then hello from the past. Alright, see you guys.